Welcome to Just Ask Freeman. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, joined today by Freeman Owen Jr. He is President and CEO of Financial Sources Incorporated. And to our viewers at home, you tune in every week. Our viewers in the Maryland, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. area, you are looking for guidance and advice on how to shield your wealth. And you know the best way to do that is to just ask Freeman. So let me start with our phone number today right off the bat, 833-414-7233. 833-414-7233 is your way to get a hold of Freeman, because we know you just want to ask Freeman. Freeman, how are you today?
I tell you, I'm excited as usual.
Yay, me too.
I'm excited about, excuse me.
Me too.
About providing this this great financial literacy. That's, that's what I have pride in, providing financial literacy, because
yes,
we address many educated folks, but never privy to financial literacy.
It's very true.
Let's hit some of the critiques on the FIA. I want to continue that.
Okay, FIA, Fixed Index Annuity. Okay, awesome.
Exactly. Because you have a number of maybe competitors say things like, well, surrender charges can last you 7 to 14 years. Well, and it makes it hard for you to access your money. I've told my clients that there are penalty-free withdrawal provisions there for liquidity options. But when you roll your monies into an IRA or transfer it to an IRA or roll over, or let's say convert a traditional IRA to a Roth IRA for tax-free distributions, I say, you don't use your IRA as an ATM machine.
That's true.
You have the 401k, the TSP, the 403b, a number of employer-sponsored retirement accounts are designed for long-term, and there are penalties for withdrawing prematurely.
Wow.
So that's why many of my clients, when I tell them, I say, well, the surrender schedule runs 10 years. 14 years. Well, the money's coming from a source that was designed for long-term distribution and penalize if you take monies out prematurely. Good example. You're on the age of 59 and a half and you have a TSP.
Okay.
And so you decide, well, I think I'll buy a depreciating object like a car. Take $100,000 out of it. 20% withholding right off the bat, and a 10% penalty. That is not designed as an ATM machine. So you get a check for $70,000. Now you're going to purchase this depreciating object at $100,000. Now you have a $30,000 car note, and you lost
right. Oh my
$30,000 in taxes. So we explain the surrender charges. The surrender charge is there as a commitment for your long-term guaranteed income payout. All righty? And again, most of these annuities have liquidity options, so that you could take out a certain amount of money, up to 10% annually if you want to, and still you would be subject to taxes on that distribution.
Wow. Okay. Very important to know.
Critique number 3. Oh man, commissions. Commissions lead to aggressive sales practices. No, it doesn't. As I said many a time to my clients, you have an advisor not looking in, and you've been on this show, or I think we did a show when I said, well, we have the pen, buy or die. Come on, sign up. You don't have that type of advisor, not in my firm.
That's
because
true.
we have to adhere to what? Best interest. You look out for the best interest of the client, and you disclose the commissions. There's a document, all right, and suitability, because everyone can't get a fixed index annuity. You have to have a certain amount of income. You have to have experience in investing. Your age is a big part of it, and of course, your assets. So commissions. You have a person here that get a commission, but the best interest rule says disclose to your client the amount of the commissions. Look out for their best interest. It's easy to stay in your lane. I mean, just that simple.
Absolutely.
All right? Now, well, the gains are limited by caps and participation rates, making them less attractive during strong market performance. Wrong.
Guess again.
That is not. FIAs, or fixed index annuities, aren't designed to compete in the market.
Wow. Good to know.
See, that's not designed for that. Steady growth and protection, 7 to 8% consistently. That is growth and protection of your asset, and there's no losses on prior years' interest that is applied to one of your buckets.
Wow.
Say, or both of your buckets. How about that? We used a rule of 110, okay, that helped balance your portfolio. We mentioned that too. We have a little formula there so we can allocate, or I should say, determine the risk investments versus non-risk. And we know how to utilize that formula, again, for your best interests, okay? The thing we talked about was limited caps and participation rates.
Absolutely.
Now, Cynthia, how about suitability concerns?
Okay.
Suitability standards by the National Association of Insurance Commission, best interest standard, are in place to prevent misuse.
Simple.
It's just that simple.
Absolutely.
All righty. Insurance companies evaluate whether the fixed index annuity is appropriate for the financial situation before they're even approved.
That is incredible to know.
Submit the documents, or I should say the application, their financial posture, situation, experience, how much they have set aside for emergency use so that they don't use their fixed index annuity, which has been designated as a traditional IRA, again, dipping in as an ATM machine. Folks, that doesn't work.
So
and
true.
And the suitability standards are such that you have to be approved before your assets can be placed into
Or even touched. That makes perfect sense. So many people are so confused about how these actually work, Freeman, because there's a lot of information online that you can find, and not all of it is true, and not all of it is applicable. And there's different types of annuities, and we've been spending a lot of time talking about the fixed indexed annuity. We have to take a commercial break, Freeman, but what would you like to say before we go ahead and take that first break?
Well, we'll take the first break. You just mentioned, we've been talking a lot about fixed index annuities. There is the old standard of fixed annuities, which is basically no tracking of a major indice like the S&P 500. It is a declared interest rate, all right, for a specified period of time, and then you renew. Simple as that. Again, there's protection of your asset and a fixed interest rate for the growth. Now, then there's the fixed index. I just think I'll just elaborate on the type of annuity so the clients will be educated and know the difference. There's the fixed index annuity, which we've been talking about on this show, which tracks a major index and have two buckets if we add the lifetime, guaranteed lifetime income rider to it. Then there is the variable annuity, okay? All right, which most folks are confused with, saying they don't, well, the person told us that we can't get that annuity. We don't read this before you buy the annuity. Well, there's a difference between the fixed index annuity and fixed index annuity and the variable annuity. The changing of value on a daily basis, even though it's tax deferred, that's why they call it variable, because the value changes every day. Folks, I don't have that to offer. I stay in my lane. You will get a fixed index annuity, explain to you very well about the caps, the spreads, the participation rates, all that, and understand it is growth and protection of your assets, which creates a guaranteed income for life. Now, folks, we're going to have to take a quick break here in a minute. But how do you get the knowledge and the explanation of how to keep your assets safe, how to get the protection and the steady growth without market risk, admin fees, unpredictability, safe? What you do? Just ask Freeman. You know, it's just that simple. Just ask Freeman. There's a QR code right there. And dial us, if you wish, 833-414-7233, and get a complimentary consultation. Folks, I'm having so much fun presenting this information to you that we got to take a slight break here.
Unfortunately, I know.
Yes, we do. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have some final thoughts on some of the subject matter that we just covered. Again, just ask Freeman. Call us at 833-414-7233.
Freeman, thank you so much. To our viewers at home, once again, just ask Freeman, 833-414-7233, 833-414-SAFE. Or grab your smartphone, click on the QR code at the bottom corner of your screen. That's the fast track for you to get a hold of Freeman and his team and to get on the schedule. We're going to take a very short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to continue this series, How to Shield Your Wealth. We have so much more for you when we return. Stay tuned.
I just love what I do. I don't see it as a job. It is a wonderful opportunity to be able to help others, because I always say, if you do this, you get nothing back. But if you do this and give, blessings flow. First, I look out for their best interest. I ask a lot of questions in reference to their needs, their concerns, and they feel freely to discuss the particular financial services that I can offer them. But you might not have the financial literacy when it comes to wealth distribution, legacy, have guaranteed income for life, healthcare, all that good stuff, man, is there for me. I have knowledge of, and I can help the clients avoid big mistakes in the financial world and understand the concern that I have for them. There's no romance without finance.
Welcome back to Just Ask Freeman. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, joined today by Freeman Owen Jr. He is president and CEO of Financial Sources Incorporated, and we are talking all about this very important series, How to Shield Your Wealth. You've worked your entire life, you've amassed a nest egg. Well, what happens when you go to retire? You want to make sure that you have it protected. That's what today's show is all about. So, Freeman, we've gone through so many amazing topics in the past few weeks. Obviously, a lot of information given to the viewers at home, especially about the fixed indexed annuity and those guaranteed income riders, if you will. All of these things are so important. How do we bring it all together? How do we secure someone's retirement with confidence? Just put a big bow on it, if you will.
Well, let's put it this way. It's important to have balance, okay? That is growth, which ensures your money keeps up with inflation, offset the increase of health care. Those are important things. And protection of your assets as it grows. That's very, very important. And more, since there's 10,000 folks who turn age 65 every day, they're entering the market of, or I should say, the pool of retirees that have the concerns of the predecessors
Yes, that
on a
makes
daily
sense.
basis.
Yes.
They want growth. They have concerns about protection or protecting their assets. Mm-hmm. Okay, and protecting those assets are priority one. Mr. Freeman, I've heard me call him Mr. Owen, Mr. Freeman. Look, now I'm not going to put my money into the market. They'll call it the market. Will you put that? I say no. As a matter of fact, I don't even offer any assets, or obviously offer any type of investment advice, tax advice, none of that. Safe, guaranteed income for your assets, growth, and a steady, 7 to 8%. I've talked about grasping and trying to get that big gain.
Yep, chasing the yield.
But chasing that yield, Cynthia, there's danger in that.
Yes.
Especially, you can't gamble. You're 59 and a half on up. You can't very well, I think I'll throw the dice.
True.
Oh, I got 50%. Yes. We talked about the example of $100,000 getting 50% increase or applied that 1 year, and it went to 150K. But the next year, a 50% downturn. Well, we were talking about the fact that there is sequence of returns. We discussed that. Well, that downturn gave you an average of 0, but we still lost what? $25,000. So now we're down to 75K. So that's the problem that we don't have to deal with simply because your funds are not in or subject to any market risk. Moderate growth is enough.
Okay.
It's just that simple. Moderate growth. Returns to highest returns to succeed in retirement. You need steady, predictable growth, and we talked about how the fixed index annuity fits right in that plan if you are suitable. That's the key. If you are suitable, okay? Suitability is the key, and one size does not fit all.
That is true. So I guess a lot of people in the audience right now are probably thinking, how do I know if I'm suitable? What is the suitability test looking like, Freeman?
Okay. Well, the suitability test is determined by the insurance company.
Okay.
You must adhere to certain criteria such as net worth,
Okay.
income, investment experience, whether or not you have liquidity options rather than use your IRA as a ATM machine.
Right.
I know folks, your existing clients, you're watching that, I've told you, you don't use that money as an ATM machine out of your IRA. So the insurance companies must make sure that you stay and commit for the benefits for you. Steady growth, guaranteed income that lasts longer than you, okay? And keeping the growth and protection of your fixed index annuity with 2 buckets. The accumulation side, you may add the income side, guaranteed lifetime income. So what we do is, if the market goes down, doesn't bother you any, you still sleep well at night because you have the protection of principal and you have the steady 7 to 8%. Here's the key word, folks, guaranteed growth.
Okay.
And then you take your guaranteed lifetime income that lasts longer than yourself, okay?
Well, Freeman, I can't believe this, but we are getting close to a break again. What message do you have for our viewers at home before we take a very quick commercial break?
Folks, let me tell you, you need an advisor that provides an education, financial literacy, looks out for your best interest. Not mine, yours. And it works successfully. Been working well for over 40 some odd years. Looking out for the best interest in educating my clients and informing them. And what you do, just ask Freeman. You got your QR code there.
Yes.
You have the phone number, 833-414-7233. Let me repeat, 833-414-SAFE. Hey, folks, SAFE. I stay right in my lane to make sure that we procure for you the guaranteed income, the safety of and protecting your principal, making sure that you have steady 7 to 8% and outpacing inflation, educating you on, this is just one of the many services that we render. So again, what I have to do, Cynthia,
Just ask Freeman.
It's just that simple. Call us at 833-414-7233. Call us today or use your smartphone. There's a QR code there and schedule your complimentary consultation. So we're going to take a quick break and
Yes,
then we'll be right back And I want to thank you, viewing audience. We're going to talk just a little bit more before we see you the next time.
Absolutely. Freeman, thank you. To the viewers at home, the number to call is 833-414-7233, 833-414-SAFE. We know that you want to just ask Freeman about all things that you need to know about actually shielding your wealth. That's what we're talking about, shielding your wealth. You've amassed a nest egg and you need to protect it. But how do you do that? You just ask Freeman. You can click the QR code at the bottom corner of your screen. That takes you right to the landing page for Freeman's office, and you can schedule your time with the team accordingly. Again, just ask Freeman. We'll be right back momentarily with some more tips about how to shield your wealth. We're going to wrap it up for you. Stay tuned.
The work never seems to end until the day it finally does. After nearly a lifetime on the job, you should be rewarded for all the time you spent working. Whether that's crossing off items on your bucket list, learning a new passion, or rekindling the love of an old one. After all, life isn't over when you stop working. It's the start of an all-new chapter. The one where you're the writer and you get to choose how your story will go. A way to achieve that is by having a clear financial plan to sustain your golden years. The biggest fear most retirees have is if they'll have enough money to maintain the lifestyle they've always enjoyed. Having a plan to help protect you against the curveballs life often throws will help to maintain your lifestyle. Call today to get your free written financial plan so you may live every day to the fullest and enjoy the retirement of your dreams.
Welcome back to Just Ask Freeman. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, joined today by Freeman Owen Jr. He is President and CEO of Financial Sources Incorporated, and we're talking all about some tools and tricks to shield your wealth. That's what today's show is all about, smart financial planning. Thank you for being with us today. Freeman, I love the fact that we are talking about such amazing topics that people have never heard of before until tuning into your show, Just Ask Freeman.
You know, that's right. This show is educational.
Yes.
I've seen and talked to many clients which really appreciate what we do. When we get on this show, you and I talk about financial literacy, and the opportunity for them to receive a good, solid education without selling them, and the opportunity to provide that service and to make sure that we address their best interests. So,
most definitely.
And let me tell you, folks, take some action. Knowledge is power. All right. When I say action, take the move to contact us. Just ask Freeman so that we can do what? Secure your future.
Yes.
Take good care. I love to say this too. Husband and wife likes the way when I tell them, I say, you see how your plan is designed, or they've been with us for years. And I say, what happened? We took care and we're taking care of you.
It's true.
Y'all understand how that you have a person that is looking out for your best interest. That is taking action and looking out for the best interest. The knowledge is power. And then review your retirement accounts. Take a look at them. Look at your current savings. Are they sitting in unmanaged accounts or high-risk accounts? Are they orphan? And your 401ks out there that been sitting there, they still, fees are still assessed on the unmanaged accounts. Whether you like it or not, you may have forgotten. Well, I usually say something like this. I say, well, when I have an annual review, Cynthia, I say, well, you know what? I bet you know, we're doing our annual review today, but I'm pretty sure you have $1 or $2 million hidden under the mattress. And they crack up. They say, well, it has occurred several times where clients had orphan 401ks.
Of course.
The last case I did for a client, they had $394,000 just sitting in a 401k where they have separated from service or quit that job, and it was right there. So we ended up rolling that over. We've found hidden assets when I review their separation paperwork. I wish I had more to elaborate on that, because I said, well, gee, you didn't realize that these funds were in your separation paperwork. You were going to pay for them. Well, we got those funds out of there. And I was proud when that lady said, well, you're a hero, because I saved her a lot of money and a lot of stress, because I found a survivor benefit that she was paying for, which amounted to about $6,000 a year, that was coming out of her pension.
Wow.
And I measured, I said, well, look, your husband is deceased. You're paying for survivor benefit. So folks, when you take action, you have the knowledge. Just ask Freeman. See that QR code there? Call to get your consultation. It's absolutely free. I'm available here. We got a team here to work with you to make sure that we look out for your best interests. Again, just ask Freeman. Call us at 833-414-7233 and get your consultation. Well, I see the clock on the wall.
I know, it's clicking and it's going down, but I think most importantly, I want to talk about how people, when they work with you, they have a future without worry, because they have guaranteed income using these resources that we've talked about throughout this entire series. They can sleep well at night. And Freeman, overall, wouldn't you say that you just have peace of mind? Your clients have peace of mind. They can always get a hold of you, and they know all they have to do is just ask Freeman.
Just ask Freeman. Ring us at 833-414-7233, SAFE. We provide the financial literacy. We make you feel comfortable, and your assets are safe. Again, let me repeat that number for your consultation, 833-414-7233. And we're about, again, I see the clock on the wall. We're getting ready to end this show. Thank you for tuning in. And you can take it away for us.
Freeman, thank you. To the viewers at home, we want to thank you for spending time with us today on Just Ask Freeman. The number to call is 833-414-7233, 833-414-SAFE. We've made it even simpler. You can grab your smartphone, click on the QR code at the bottom corner of your screen. That's the fast track for you to get on the schedule of Freeman and his team. Let them get to know you one-on-one, your goals, your dreams, and your hopes for retirement. They want you to secure your wealth. Be safe, be happy, and be blessed. We'll see you back 1 week from today on Just Ask Freeman. You know what to do. We will see you soon.